When your cat sees you walk in, before you've even set down your bag, they're already on the floor, stretching every single muscle in their body. And you probably smile, say something like, "Oh, big stretch," and move on. But here's what most owners completely miss. That stretch wasn't random. It was for you. This is one of the most deliberate signals in your cat's entire communication system. And the fact that it looks casual is exactly the point. If your cat stretches the moment you appear, something intentional is happening. And if your cat never does this for you, we'll get to that at the end. And what it means might change how you think about your whole relationship. 1, it's not their body talking, it's their brain. Here's a question that seems obvious once you ask it. If your cat stretches just to loosen up, why do they do it the second you walk in? Why not 5 minutes earlier when you weren't there? Most people assume it's coincidence, but researchers who study feline behavior have a different name for this. They call it a social stretch. Triggered specifically by your presence, not by tight muscles, not by waking up, by you. The timing is the message. A study published in Frontiers in Veterinary Science confirmed that domestic cats have developed a distinct repertoire of behaviors used specifically in interactions with humans, not with other cats, not with prey, just people. The social stretch belongs exactly in that category. Your cat looked up, registered that you were there, and their brain immediately said now. That's not muscle stiffness, that's a choice. 2, this behavior was built for you, literally. Wild cats don't do this. Feral colonies, jungle cats, your cat's ancestors. None of them developed the social stretch. They had no reason to. There was no human to communicate with this way. But domestic cats are not wild cats running ancient software. Over thousands of years living alongside people, research suggests cats began their relationship with humans around 9,500 years ago. They developed an entirely new layer of communication specifically for us. The adult meow is one example. Wild cats only meow as kittens. The slow blink is another. The tail-up greeting, documented by researchers at the University of Georgia as the most common friendly greeting behavior in domesticated cats, is also exclusive to cats that live with people. The social stretch belongs in that same group. It's not instinct. It's something that evolved because humans became part of their world. Wild animals don't reach out to you. Domestic cats do. And if this is making you look at your cat a little differently right now, hit like and subscribe. More cat owners need to understand what their cats are actually saying. 3, their paws are leaving an invisible signature on you. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads. Every time your cat presses their paws into a surface, a stretch, a knead, a slow press into the couch where you sit, those glands release chemical signals called pheromones. You can't smell them, you don't even know it's happening. But to another cat, those marks are very clear. Researchers call this system the feline interdigital semiochemical. Scent released from the pads, specifically during contact behaviors. When your cat stretches near you, at your feet, on your side of the couch, on the edge of your bed, they're encoding your space with their scent. Not aggressive territory marking, comfort marking. This person belongs in my world, and I want my whole environment to reflect that. You'll never see it. But according to your cat, they've already signed their name on you. And they don't do this with just anyone. It's reserved for the people and places that feel like home. 4, why they pick one person and not another. Your cat does a full dramatic stretch the second you sit down, but barely acknowledges your partner or your roommate. That gap is not random, and it's definitely not about who fills the food bowl. Research consistently finds that cats don't distribute social signals equally. They have preferences, clear, consistent ones, and those preferences show up in exactly these small signals. More eye contact, more slow blinks, more vocalizations, more stretches. Dr. Kristen Vitale, whose research focuses on cat-human attachment, has described feline social bonds as functioning similarly to secure human attachment, where cats actively seek proximity to their preferred person, especially after separation. The stretch is part of that reunion signal. When your cat stretches for you but not for the person next to you, they're not performing. They're telling you where you rank. And if you're on the other side of that, if your cat stretches for someone else, it's not rejection. Cats build bonds through consistency, calm energy, and time. That can shift. But right now, that bond is still being earned. 5. The morning stretch that means something deeper than good morning. If you've ever opened your eyes and found your cat already watching you, and then stretching the moment your eyes open, pay attention to that moment. Cats are crepuscular, most active at dawn and dusk, which means while you were unconscious for 8 hours, your cat was likely awake for most of it. They could have stretched any time. They didn't. They waited. Behaviorists describe this specific stretch as a reset signal, a way of marking the transition from night back to togetherness. You're back in my world now. Let's begin. There's also something quieter happening here. While you were asleep, your cat was on watch. Cats are both predator and prey, and unconscious humans register as something that needs guarding. That morning stretch is your cat finally exhaling, letting their guard down. We made it through another night. Most owners see it as adorable. It's also quietly profound. 6. The strategic roadblock. Why they stretch right where you're walking. You're heading to the kitchen and suddenly there's a cat stretched out in the exact middle of the doorway, not beside it, right in it, where you need to step. This is not bad timing. It's strategy. Cats know your patterns. They know which paths you take, how often and when. And when they stretch in your exact path, they're putting themselves somewhere you physically cannot ignore. They could stretch behind the couch in a corner, somewhere you'd never notice. They don't. They pick the one spot guaranteed to make you stop and look down. Animal behaviorists call this confident attention seeking, not anxious, not desperate. Confident. Your cat isn't begging for attention. They're redirecting your momentum and waiting to see what happens. And every time you stop, look down, say their name, laugh a little, you're confirming what they already suspected. They can do this and you'll respond. That's not manipulation. That's your cat knowing the relationship well enough to move within it. 7. What it means if your cat never does this. What if none of this sounds familiar? What if you've been watching this whole video thinking, mine doesn't do that? It doesn't mean your bond is broken, but it does mean something worth paying attention to. Cats who don't stretch around their owners usually fall into one of two situations. Either the environment doesn't feel safe enough, loud home, unpredictable schedule, chronic low-level tension, or the behavior never got reinforced. These signals evolved because they work. If your cat stretched in front of you repeatedly and you walked past without noticing, they learned something. They learned that signal doesn't reach you. The fix is the same for both, consistency and response. When your cat does anything that resembles reaching out, even a small stretch, even just settling near you, pause. Acknowledge it. a slow blink back, a soft word. You're teaching them that their signals land. For cats who seem tense in general, look at the environment first. Stretching is vulnerable. It's a full body signal that says, I'm not bracing for anything right now. They have to feel safe enough to let go. Give it time, stay consistent, and watch for the morning you walk in and for the first time, they stretch. That moment is theirs to give. And now you'll know exactly what it means.